On Canada's east coast, the Atlantic isn't the only thing that's dark and restless. It Came from the Maritimes is co-hosted by siblings Evan and Chelsea, who share the region's fog-shrouded legends, haunted lighthouses, ghost ships, and chilling folklore passed down through generations. It's maritime history at its most haunting. True crime, eerie local lore, and the mysteries that refuse to stay buried. For those drawn to the strange and storied side of the East Coast, It Came from the Maritimes releases new episodes every week. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Canadian Creepies is recorded on the traditional lands of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, under the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. These lands and waters have been cared for since long before Canada existed, and they remain deeply important to Indigenous communities today. As we tell stories about darkness, injustice, and memory, I want to acknowledge the very real histories of colonization, violence, and erasure that Indigenous peoples continue to endure. A land acknowledgement can't undo that harm, but it is a reminder to keep listening, learning, and supporting in truth and reconciliation in meaningful ways. We share these stories not to forget, but to shine light, always with respect for peoples and nations whose land we live on. Canadian Creepies covers true crime, dark history, and disturbing events. Some episodes may include graphic descriptions or sensitive subject matter. We do our best to handle every story with care and respect for those affected. That said, we sometimes use humor and sarcasm as a way to process heavy content, never to disrespect victims, survivors, or their families. Listener discretion is advised.
You are recording.
Haunted locations throughout Ontario, some that are closer to us than you may think.
Insert Austin Powers table scene.
We actually just had a really good riff about Austin Powers, and we were talking about it, and then looked over and we weren't recording at all.
That's always such a great feeling, don't you think?
Yeah, we were on a good roll.
Yeah,
we'll get back into it.
Yeah.
So today I want to talk about Austin Powers again. I do.
Yeah, because
let's go
we
back
were just
into that
discussing
conversation.
the order. The order goes
The International Man of Mystery, I think, is the first one.
Yeah,
and then
Fembots.
And that's when they wear the silver with Elizabeth Hurley.
Yes, Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, and then the second one is The Spy Who Shagged Me.
The Spy Who Shagged,
and that is the one with Heather Graham.
Mm-hmm.
And Fat Bastard.
And Fat Bastard.
That character, that horrible character. And then the third one is, I think, Goldmember.
Goldmember with his skin flakes, and he's like, yeah, that is a good one. Put it in the box. Yeah.
So gross. Yeah, because he's always peeling.
Mm-hmm. Always peeling. So disgusting.
So gross.
Yeah.
So gross.
And Foxy Cleopatra, we were talking about with Beyonce.
Yeah, she's iconic. But I do just want to give like a Canadian shout out to Mike Myers.
Ugh, we love him.
That was comedic gold at the time.
We love him, and we claim him.
We claim him. And on this show, we talk all things Canadian, all things creepy and Canadian, but the two don't have to be mutually exclusive.
No.
I mean, Mike Myers is not a bad guy from what I know, but I also haven't seen him say anything about Palestine. So,
yeah.
But I also haven't been looking. I don't follow him on social media.
I don't think he gets involved in... I mean, he does get involved in certain things, like charity work and stuff, but he doesn't get involved in, drama.
Yeah.
Spewing drama.
Yeah.
He's very low key, probably that way.
Probably since he tried to help out with, what was it? Hurricane Katrina.
Oh my
and
goodness.
he was standing next to Kanye West.
Yeah.
George Bush does not care about black people.
Yes.
What grade were we in when that came out? Like grade 10 or 11?
Yeah, we were probably like 15 or 16, yeah.
That was the talk of the town.
Also, speaking of hurricanes, we hope all our American listeners in Florida, Georgia... Where is it? I'm not sure where it's landed itself yet, but we hope everyone's safe and doing good.
Yeah, at the time of this recording, there's a hefty hurricane.
It's come through, but I don't know the extent of the damage it's caused, or hopefully, knock on wood. I'll knock on some wood there.
Knock on some wood. I saw a TikTok, and it was like, here's where we're at with the hurricane, and it was like just like windows or like a sliding door. Mm-hmm. Obviously water's coming through as well, but it's like, a couple feet off the ground. I'm like, holy.
My aunt was just in Mexico. She got home today.
Oh my God.
And she sent a video a couple days ago of her room. And there was water spewing in through her sliding door. Like she had towels everywhere on the floor, and when she opened the curtain and looked out, it was black skies. All the palm trees were like blowing halfway over. It was scary.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what a great vacation, Aunt Minnie.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely
It
terrifying.
passed, and she had a great time after that, but it was scary.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Because you're trapped in another country,
in another country, a plane can't fly, and you're screwed. You're screwed. And keeping up with the theme of creepy things, creepy, scary things, welcome to episode 3.
Epi 3
of Canadian Creepies podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Valerie.
And I am Allery.
Al.
Yes.
However she wants to be referred to.
Sometimes it's Val and Al. Sometimes it's Valerie and Allery.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so this week we're not going to do a serial killer. We're not going to do, well, I'm sure there will be some sort of killing lore involved.
We should insert it because, just a side note, now that we're getting into October, it's time to binge every single serial killer movie I personally can fit into my life.
That's right.
Does that make me sick? I hope so, because I feel like I am sick for serial killers.
Definitely. There's actually a new show on Discovery Plus called like The Real Murders on Elm Street, or sorry, The Real Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And it's like all these different murders that like just took place on different Elm Streets throughout like the United States. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Who is your favorite? Do you have a favorite serial killer? Even fictional?
Favorite? I like Dexter if we're going fictional.
Oh, Dexter
like
is
jam.
sweet. Yeah,
I like
he's
his
like
vibe.
a vigilante kind of serial killer.
Yeah, and then I started watching also New Blood as well. And that's where his son, like, you know, him and his son are now.
Jake and I binged that. It was you're watching it now, or you did watch it?
I did watch it.
Yeah, it's so good, eh?
Yeah,
I loved it.
What's his son's name again? Harrison.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm down for. I like Dexter.
Yeah, there was a couple serial killers in that was wicked.
Yeah,
my favorite is Michael Myers.
Oh, true. Yeah, Michael Myers is good. I also like Jason too, though. Like, I'm a classic.
Any of them, they're
flick.
massive. They're massive guys.
Yeah, they're huge.
Like,
they'll never
stomp
die.
your head in.
Yeah, it's like, why do these guys keep living?
Yeah, and Freddy Krueger kept me up all night when I was a child and watched Nightmare on Elm Street.
All night.
When Johnny Depp was in fact young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, before he was weird.
Before he was
that
abusive. Movie. Whoa. At the time, I watched it alone, and then I was up till the like birds were chirping. I must have been like 10 or something watching it.
How'd you get a hold of it?
We had it on. So I had the TV that had the VHS player in the TV.
Oh,
so it had to have been VHS.
Yeah.
So that's how I watched it. And I watched it, with my hand resting in my palms, like with my elbows up at the end of my bed. And I stayed that way even when the credits came on until the sun came up.
Yeah. You're just like in shock, just processing. Your mom's like, Ali? You're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
I don't want to go to sleep.
I can't. The first scary movie I ever saw was the movie It.
Oh, I watched that at our friend's. Wasn't it a Rachel? Can we mention her friends?
Yeah, sure. We can mention her name. Maybe going forward we won't use last names, but Rach. Yeah, was that the? Remember, I brought the sleepover.
The tent in the backyard. I was there, but I wasn't in that tent. I was in like another tent.
Oh.
Or I was inside or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It was, just crazy high school times.
When the TV was plugged in with the extension cord into
all the way
tent.
to the house. Yeah.
Oh, it was wicked.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah, I remember that night vividly.
Very vividly. Okay.
Nice.
So let's get into it. The first haunted place in Ontario. So we're going to have to, obviously there are a lot of haunted places throughout Canada, throughout each province, throughout each city.
Maybe we can eventually get through more and more of them.
Totally. We've got years worth of content just in the haunted places of each province.
Right.
But so starting with Ontario. I'm going to start with Ontario. It's where we are. I know Ontario. We like it. Great.
Yeah.
Well, we don't love it, but we're
here and we need to be proud of it.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can with what we've got.
Exactly.
And that's it. And we're hoping for better, and everybody remember to vote.
Yes.
So the first haunted point, so this is Ontario Haunts Part 1.
Okay.
There will probably be like Part 2, 3, 4, whatever. I'm just talking it out real time so that way the listeners know we're just jiving. Anyway, this is what I came up with. So we've got 6.
The vibes.
Yeah, we're feeling the vibes. And I've got 6 haunted places throughout Ontario that we're going to talk about.
Cool. I'm really excited. I have no idea what we're I'm coming into this blindsided. I love it.
Blind. I love it. Because we can also, some of these places that I'm going to talk about, we could totally visit.
Cool.
So the first one is in Toronto, and it is called the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse. So any of our Toronto listeners, make sure you comment. Let us know if you've been to the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse.
Maybe you've experienced something.
Ooh, yeah, we would
cool.
love to hear about that. We'll bring you on. We'll zoom you in. We'll call you in. Doesn't matter. We'd love to have you on.
Yes.
Built on Toronto Island in 1808, a small piece of land strategically poked into Lake Ontario. So it was on a small piece of land strategically, like a man-built
Cool.
little piece of land. It was named Gibraltar by Upper Canada's first Lieutenant Governor John Graves Simcoe. What up, Simcoe?
Yeah, what up, Simcoe?
He's considered a father of Canada, and there are many landmarks and towns like named after him.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I wrote that really confusing. He also founded a little town named York, which is now called Toronto.
Yeah.
So John Graves Simcoe built this lighthouse, and it was named by him.
Cool.
He named the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse after the well-known British territory located south of Spain, most known for the Rock of Gibraltar, an ancient formation honored back to the times of Romans and Greeks. So there's basically this huge rock in Spain called the Rock of Gibraltar.
Okay.
So they considered it the edge of the world at the time. So when they discovered this huge rock, the Romans and Greeks were like, oh my God, it's the edge of the world.
Oh my God, that's so
And then
funny.
they walked around it and was like, oh.
Yeah, we're actually good.
Yeah. So it was, obviously that was later disproven by explorers.
I can't believe people thought that.
Isn't that
there
funny?
was an edge.
Yeah. The first lighthouse keeper, J.P. Radin Mueller, disappeared mysteriously in 1815. And years later, a set of human bones were found nearby, according to the Ontario Heritage Trust. Legend has it that Radin Mueller was murdered by local soldiers and that his spirit still haunts the lighthouse.
Okay.
And there are two versions of what happened to Radin Mueller. So Radin Mueller sold the soldiers a batch of liquor diluted with water, and when the booze froze on a long winter march, the soldiers realized they had been cheated and returned to the lighthouse to get revenge.
Cool.
So he did what we all did to our parents in high school.
Right.
He is the guy who invented it. He's the guy. We should all thank him. And then the other theory is that he was serving soldiers at his home and made the mistake of trying to close up shop early, leading to a deadly fight. So he was like, you know what, fellas, I'm so tired. Please let me go to bed. And they were like, no freaking way. And then they killed him.
And then they killed him.
Yeah.
More ale.
Yeah. We said more ale.
But you're drunk and, you're becoming kind of violent, and maybe we could just close up.
I'm actually really tired.
Grab that chair.
I've been working since 7 this morning. So a ghostly figure has been known to make itself seen on the spiral staircase inside the lighthouse.
Creepy.
And at the top, a shadow moving on the platform as if still working the old whale-oiled light.
Cool.
And just so everybody knows, a whale-oiled light uses whale oil, especially oil that's taken from sperm whales.
Yeah.
And it produced a clean, bright flame with no smell. I don't think we use whale oil anymore, but we did.
I really hope we don't use that anymore.
Other experiences in Gibraltar Point Lighthouse include hearing a low moan coming down as you climb the confined stairway.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be creepy.
This escalates to banging from the top before going dead silent, as well as whispers from inside the Gibraltar Lighthouse sound like a man's voice cautiously calling out, help.
Okay. If I heard that, I don't know. I actually haven't, experienced something like that other than in my own home, but I tend to the hairs on my neck go up and stuff like that. It's creepy.
Right? If the lighthouse is, named and built by the man who founded Toronto.
Yeah.
It's definitely old. It's seen some things.
Yeah.
There are ships that are, going past. Who knows if
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do believe in energies being trapped sometimes.
That's right.
And
who knows if there was shipwrecks there?
Yeah, you just don't know. There's so many possibilities, but I can't help but be creeped out by the thought of hearing something like that and not being able to kind of explain it in the moment.
Yeah.
Or debunk it.
Yeah. You're just
left.
You're like, oh, wow, what a nice, beautiful lighthouse. Help.
Yeah. You're just like, I'll be in the car.
Come get me when you're done.
Yeah. Have a great time, sweetie.
Yeah. So that was the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse. Pretty cool. So if you're in Toronto, let us know. We'd love to know your experiences with the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse. The next haunted place I want to discuss, we're not really going to go into like the hauntings of this place because it is Algonquin.
Right.
So I did find, and I'm going to sort of explain why we're not going to go into the haunting of Algonquin using the words of an assistant professor of native studies at Brandon University in Manitoba. His name was Ian Pupe. His name is Ian Pupe. I found a journal entry published in, and it's kind of like I Googled, you know, like hauntings in Algonquin before I actually was thinking about it. And I came across this article written by Ian Pupe. I might be pronouncing that incorrectly.
Okay.
But it was a journal entry published in Ethnologia Actualis, which is a journal of ethnographical research.
Cool.
And ethnology is a branch of anthropology.
Yes.
And anthropology is the study of human societies and cultures and their development. So this professor like went up to Brant, which is close to Algonquin Park, and he sort of reached his own findings on hauntings and white folks going up.
Yes.
Trying to find hauntings up there. So I just wanted to read that. And so these are in Ian's words. When I first visited Brent, the defunct logging village, now campgrounds in the northern reaches of Algonquin Provincial Park, I went searching for ghost stories. Often described as a ghost town, Brent has been occupied since the earliest days of logging in the Ottawa River, Kiji-Sibi Valley, and holds an important place in the oral history of the park. The village was a place where many died after violent accidents during the timber rush of the 1800s, where Algonquin Anishinaabe peoples had camped and likely held a village of their own prior to colonization. Brent was once a bustling community, a former site of the Kishkadak Lodge, and an important railway stopover during the First World War. Further, Brent was home to the last year-round resident of the park, who was named Mr. Adam Pitts. He was known to many local cottagers as the mayor and passed away in his home in 1998, 1 year after the railroad tracks were removed by the Canadian National Railway Company and the electricity was shut off. Now his cottage is a ruin. Some claim to be haunted by the mayor's restless ghosts, and there are other ghost stories I heard in Brent that haunt the edges of the colonial imagination, stalking unwary travelers as they meander through what they sometimes assume to be pristine wilderness. Common patterns of self-apprehension and identity formation associated with tourism and heritage management in Algonquin Park are imbued with nationalist value through a pismatic complex of cultural appropriation, the denial of complicity in colonial violence, and the contingent obfuscation of Indigenous presence and persistence in the area, a process I call haunted recreation. Countering this complex is critical for working past the historical and intergenerational trauma associated with Canadian settler colonialism and the contemporary inequities of Canadian society. So for that reason, we will not be covering Indigenous haunting stories. We're going to be very mindful of that. In fact, I'd like to hear it firsthand from we'd like to invite
someone else.
If there are any Indigenous folks, folks who are interested in sharing some, using our platform to share those stories, we'd love to have you on. Yeah, we'd love to have you on.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So our next one, thank you for listening to that. I thought he just words it so well about. Yeah. So, okay. So next we are going on to Whitby.
There's a... Oh, no, sorry, that's Milton I'm thinking of.
Well, Whitby's close to Milton, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, there's like an not apple picking. It's like a kind of like a homey festival farm. Like there's things going on, and I think it's called Spring Ridge Farms.
Oh, cute.
For any listeners that want something to do this month. Just look it up. It's in Milton, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spring Ridge Farm. Shout out. They don't sponsor us.
No.
They can if they want to. Okay, so the Whitby Central Building is also known as the Courthouse Theater. So I wrote, I like explaining how I did my research. So I found an article about the Courthouse Theater, and then I found this awesome YouTube video put together by the Whitby Public Library. And you know what? It doesn't double down, so we're okay. So the Whitby Central Building, or the Courthouse Theater, is located on Center Street in Whitby. It has a long history of being haunted. It was built in the early 1850s, and it was used as the Ontario County Courthouse, and it is said that a male family member of a convicted criminal haunts the theater section of the Centennial Building.
Jeez.
There's also rumors of a tall man with a hat wandering outside.
Okay.
Witnesses say he transforms into a big black dog with fiery eyes. This is just out front of like
It sounds like the
theater.
dog from Goosebumps.
Yes, it does. Or like Sirius Black.
Yes.
Back inside, others say some of the rooms have lights that turn off and on by themselves, along with doors that randomly slam shut.
Yeah. No, thank you.
My Uber's here. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Rumors are that a person named Jack was here for his nephew or his son. They're not 100% sure which one. He was pacing upstairs in the balcony when the verdict was read out, and he rushed forward not realizing the ledge of the balcony was short, and he ended up falling.
Okay.
So they think he's like one of the ghosts.
One of the energies or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in the YouTube video I watched is called Whitby's Most Haunted. It will be in the show notes. You should watch it. It was made by the Whitby Public Library as a virtual ghost walk. It's amazing. I highly recommend giving it a watch on its own after listening to this episode.
Yeah, there you go.
So one of the first place that Whitby's Most Haunted goes through is called Devil's Den Gully. It has long been considered to be haunted by local residents. So for years, the residents have been like, the gully's haunted.
Yeah, okay.
They've been reporting shrieking noises coming from the gully at night since 1874.
That kind of reminds me of the Blair Witch Project.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Which is also one of my favorite movies.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
She's a serial killer, right? The witch?
I think so. Yeah, totally. She is, just because it's paranormal.
It's usually children and stuff. But
yeah, that's
adults
even
get
worse.
too,
That's even worse.
Yeah.
She just can't be brought to justice, which is what makes it scary.
Exactly. But the gully and screams being heard is, I think her, like, people in the movie would say they would hear children's screams from down by the, whatever it was like a waterway or
the water, and then also she had that like shack too.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so they said they heard the shrieking noises coming from the gully, and this is because of a bootlegging train that was shut down in the 1930s. Well, okay, wait. So they've been hearing shrieking noises since 1874.
Right.
In the same area, in Devil's Den Gully. That's it. Try saying that. Devil's Den Gully. There we go. In Devil's Den Gully, there was also like two sets of railroads.
Okay.
So there was the CNR, and then there was a competing one.
Okay. Cool.
The CNR.
Cool one more time.
The CNR was a bootlegging train, and the other train was like a legit. It was like it transported passengers. It was all above board. The CNR was like this crooked, no bueno.
Bootlegging is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of cool.
Yeah. But it was shut down in the 1930s. That train.
Okay.
But it was nicknamed the ghost train due to its lack of passengers, and locals speculated the locals at that time were always like, who could be on the train if it's not carrying anybody? But like it's because it was bootlegging.
Right.
But they think it was a ghost train, and eventually that railway was shut down.
Okay, that also reminds me of, like, the ghost train reminds me of Ghostbusters, I want to say. And there's something like a subway or like a ghost.
Are you thinking of Men in Black?
Maybe I am.
One of the Men in Blacks, they have that big.
No. I know what it is. It's the It is Goosebumps,
okay.
And it's when there's the underground. It's like the river of goo.
Oh yeah.
But before they get there, they're walking down a railway, and a ghost train. Oh my gosh! If there's any listeners that
Goosebumps,
or No, what did I say? Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
And there's a ghost train.
Okay.
In the underground subway, kind of. They're hiking to find the goo.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the clip. But ghost.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little side. It's like ADHD.
That's okay. Yeah. Love it. Who loves Ghostbusters? We all do.
Oh, they were.
I actually love all the Ghostbusters.
Me too. All of them.
I don't
Every
care.
single one. Yeah.
Fight me about it. I love them. You can't change my mind.
Love Bill Murray.
Love Bill Murray.
Yeah. Love Dan Aykroyd.
Love Dan Aykroyd.
And
who else? Well, now I like Melissa McCarthy in it too, and Kristen Wiig.
Oh yeah. Those are the new ones. That's right.
Yeah. So another haunted place in Whitby is the Whitby Legion. The charter for branch 112 of the Legion was granted in 1925. However, the building that we're discussing wasn't built until the 1940s. So the original Legion, they were like, here you go, you can build a Legion. They moved it. The host of Whitby's Most Haunted speculates that because of the convivial atmosphere is why some members choose to visit the building after they have passed on. So what's funny about the Whitby Legion is the host thinks it's like buddies, like they're all just like drinking buddies coming back to drink at the Legion.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, so there's no scary ghosts. This building was investigated for spirits and on the Paranormal Seekers in 2016. I've also linked the Paranormal Seekers YouTube in the show notes if you want to check them out.
Yeah, that's cool. I bet they use is it the voice box or the
Yes. Probably So they use psychic abilities, technology, and research, and take a professional and unbiased look into all paranormal accounts.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it might be a cool thing to check out. They found quite a few signs of paranormal activity where they saw flashes of light, strange unexplained noises, and camera movement. But as I said earlier, it doesn't seem like it's anything evil or malevolent. It's just
them.
They're just chilling. They're just
chilling. They just want to drink and have a good time. Okay, can you blame them? Yeah,
they just want to have a drink with their buddies.
Yeah,
they just want their beer.
Mm-hmm.
Beers with the boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last place not the last place. The second last place in Whitby that I have here is the Lind House Museum. It was built in 1811, and in 1812, it served as a supply store and tavern inn for those en route to Niagara for battle. Shout out Niagara.
Represent.
Yeah, represent. It has been moved twice since its original construction. Now it's a museum that preserves the history of Whitby.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
However, staff and visitors have both noticed ghostly happenings. Visitors have noticed a ghost cat who walks the halls.
Ghost cats, we like them.
We love ghost cats.
Me like
They shouldn't feed them ghost food then.
Yeah, right?
One day a volunteer and board member were in the basement of the museum when they distinctly heard the manager of the museum call out to them. And when they came upstairs to try and find her, she was nowhere around and the house was empty. Which is so scary. And I think that kind of spirit is called a mimic. Oh,
the mimics are creepy.
Yeah.
I just actually saw a few TikToks on the mimics.
Ugh, they give me the heebies.
So like if like this one kid was sitting in his room and he knew his mom had gone out. And then at his bedroom door, he heard his mom's voice. But he knew for a fact she wasn't home. It was one of those situations where she couldn't possibly be home.
Yeah.
And like she was talking to him behind the door.
Oh,
and I don't know
scary.
if it was like a manipulated movie or like clip, but regardless,
the idea.
It was disgustingly creepy. I had goosebumps. My hairs went up. You know what? Everything's becoming so advanced now. AI, like you just don't know, but mimics are creepy.
Yeah. The idea,
they kind of remind me of like Skinwalker vibes.
Yeah.
Like they take on, like
it's
another,
so scary.
What's it called? Form
of someone in skin. Stairs are what seem to be the most haunted at Lind House. Multiple people on various occasions have come into the museum and have reported seeing a couple standing at the top of the stairs in old-fashioned clothing looking down at the front door.
Creepy as hell.
So like they walk in,
no,
like,
thank you.
I'm out. Other visitors have reported seeing people walking up the stairs in hoop skirts, flashing past, but when they turn around, nothing's there. A hoop skirt is just like a woman's undergarment. Mm-hmm. One of those really old style.
Yes.
The stairs themselves had been moved several times due to relocating and repurposing of the house, but now it's back in its original shape.
Okay.
So that's probably why they stand there, because they're like, why the were you moving the stairs?
Yeah.
Why are you moving my
Don't
stairs?
move
How do
them.
I get down?
Yeah.
Ghosts traditionally don't like it when you remodel the house.
Yeah, and it's like if they just floated down, then the people wouldn't hear footsteps and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, we need those stairs back, thanks.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
We need to clip-clop down them to scare the shit out of you, so like we need them back.
if we're gonna rush up to our rooms, brush past you,
Yeah.
we're gonna need them.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
If we're gonna make some creaking noises on your stairs, we're gonna need the
Yeah.
stairs to do that.
yeah.
The last place in Whitby that I have that is famously haunted is the Whitby Junction Station.
Okay, sounds creepy already.
Yeah. The railroads in Whitby have a pretty troubled past, so it follows suit that this twice moved since its construction in 1911 train station would have some spirits as well. So as we were just saying, spirits don't generally like it when you're moving their shit around, and
Yeah.
this has been already moved twice.
Right.
Many lives have been lost at the Whitby Junction station. In August of 1935, a young boy was standing near the tracks with his bicycle. When a train came by, his wheel was caught and he was dragged under the train, which is really sad.
Yeah, that's really sad. What a way to go.
What a way to go. You. Yeah, you. Still haunting the same old fast fashion? Time to dig up something better with Back from the Dead Goods, a Canadian small business where forgotten threads get a second life and sustainability meets spooky. This isn't just upcycled clothing. It's resurrected fashion with an eerie edge. Handpicked, reworked, and revived, every piece is as unique as a ghost story whispered at midnight. And because you're a part of the Canadian Creepies family, you get an exclusive deal. Use code Canadian Creepies at checkout for 10% off. Find them lurking on Instagram, Etsy, and Poshmark. Links are in the episode description. Give your wardrobe a second chance at life, if you dare. Hey creeps, it's Valerie here, and if you're anything like us, you love capturing a moment, whether it's spooky, sweet, or somewhere delightfully in between. Let me introduce you to our go-to for stunning shots, darkroom photography, based right here in the heart of the Niagara region. Mel, the brilliant eye behind the lens, is a lifestyle and creative photographer who brings a little bit of magic and maybe a touch of mystery to every session. She's got all her prices listed right on her website, super transparent, no tricks, and she runs killer seasonal specials around Mother's Day, Halloween, Christmas, and more. I'm telling you, her Halloween sessions, creepy perfection. So, if you're in the Niagara area and looking to capture memories that are hauntingly beautiful, hit up Mel at mel@darkroomphotography.ca or check out her work at www.darkroomphotography.ca. That's Darkroom Photography, where your memories come to life, even in the dark. Looking for your next obsession? The Creators Collective Podcasts is your gateway to the dark, the chilling, and the downright fascinating. We're a community of independent podcasts with one goal: to share the best in true crime, paranormal tales, folklore, and unexplained mysteries. Whether you crave cold cases that won't stay closed, haunted histories that refuse to be forgotten, or stories that make you sleep with the lights on, there's a show waiting for you in the collective. And when you join us, you're not just listening to one podcast. You're stepping into a world of creators who love this stuff as much as you do. Check out the Creators Collective today. Follow the link in our show notes to discover your next favorite podcast. We'll be waiting for you. Support reproductive justice in Niagara. Niagara Reproductive Justice is a grassroots collective based in the Niagara region of Ontario, working to increase visibility and access to sexual and reproductive health care. They support people seeking abortion and other essential care by offering transportation, financial assistance, logistical help, and emotional support. Here's how you can help. You can make a one-time donation. Send an e-transfer to niagarareproductivejustice@gmail.com. Your support helps cover costs like gas for volunteer drivers, overnight stays, childcare, and other urgent needs. You can also support monthly via Patreon. Join their Patreon and support the cause month to month. It's patreon.com/Niagara Reproductive Justice. And you can volunteer your time. NRJ is always looking for volunteers to help with driving, outreach, admin support, and community organizing. If you're looking to make a real impact in the Niagara region, this is a great place to start. Contact them via email or DM them on Instagram or Facebook to learn more. You can find them on Instagram at Niagara Reproductive Justice and on Facebook at Niagara Reproductive Justice. Help amplify access to reproductive care right here in our own backyard. Whether you donate, volunteer, or spread the word, you're a part of the movement. In the 1900s, the station also had an employee named Billy Stone. What a rock star name,
Yeah,
Billy Stone. He was a great, he was a great manager.
Yeah.
He was a night manager.
Night manager.
And would often, I don't have any reviews from his coworkers. For all I know, he was garbage.
Yeah.
He was a night manager and would often work in one of the ticket booths at the station. He showed up for work as usual on December 10th, 1914. And on December 11th at 12:37 a.m., so like he must have had the night shift.
Right.
The Bell Telephone Tower Center operator received a call from Billy at the Whitby Junction station reporting that he had been shot. So this is like the early 1900s.
Yeah, dang.
By the time the operator could get police on the phone, because they like had to, find out where the cops were, Billy was unresponsive on his line. When the police chief, Officer McGrady, got to the station, it was too late. He had been shot in the heart and was dead. There was no sign of a struggle in Billy's office except for one bloody handprint, and Billy's hands were clean. So it's like he must have been like hiding something. It's like somebody just robbed him for something. That just sounds
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds sus.
It was suspected he was shot through the window. It's like somebody like...
Yeah.
But this is the early 1900s. I don't know about that. His family got caught up in the investigation too. His sister reporting that a week before he was shot, she had dreamt he was shot.
Okay.
So his sister was like, I knew this was going to happen. Yeah.
I just watched that movie the other day too.
Premonition?
Yeah, like rewatched. And I'm the worst because I just don't understand it still.
I don't know if I've seen it.
With Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
You need to watch it and then tell me. I feel like you're going to understand it. Like, obviously, there's just a lot to it. And okay. I watched it for the second time. So I know myself well enough that I watched it for the first time and I was like, I don't get it. But I was probably like, I love this movie, but I didn't get one bit of it.
It's so fascinatingly confusing.
It's really confusing to me, to everybody, to anybody else. It might be like, Ali, how don't you get this? But there's a lot that goes on in it.
Let's hear who else. Has anybody else seen Premonition? If not, watch Premonition. Let us know. Did it confuse you?
Yeah, because it has to do with like different time lapses and things happening before they do. It's weird.
We should watch it with a notebook.
I think it's on like Netflix or something.
Oh, I'll have a look.
Yeah,
I will have a look for that one.
Also, this is another side note. I would like to know. Maybe we can research it for another episode. But like, so we're talking about energies or whatever you want to call them. Trapped in a space that like something happened to them, right?
Yeah.
So then in like a genocide setting, would there be reports of like mass energy creepiness going on?
I would imagine.
Yeah. And like I never hear about anything like that. So I'm interested to know. And I don't want to speak of any genocide,
Yeah.
I don't want to be insensitive towards that, but I am interested in like the energies that would, because you're talking about mass death.
Yeah. I would imagine like if you went to Auschwitz or something, like a concentration
camp.
Or
like maybe September 11th. Like
that. Well, I've been there. It's kind of spooky there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
But more so it's like, it's
like, I wonder if you brought like a voice box or something, how much would come through.
Yeah. Yeah, we should like YouTube, see who's done that and then like review those.
Have you seen the guy that cleans graves?
Yes.
And he has the voice box?
Yeah, that guy's cool.
It's cool. And I binge that. Like I just sit on TikTok for hours watching
he's just talking to them.
It's kind of neat what comes through.
It is very cool.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So his sister was like, I had a bad dream he was shot. And then his father was also called to witness. And the day he was subpoenaed as a witness, he went to Whitby Junction, laid down on the tracks, and let a train take his life.
Wow.
Yeah. It remains a site of paranormal activity due to these grisly events. I think it's a gallery now. And staff at the gallery have reported strange noises, shadows, and even the sense of a presence in the gallery, particularly the older building that remains preserved.
Okay.
So that's really cool. Lots of hauntings in Whitby.
Yeah. I
really liked, just like, again, shout out to the Whitby Public Library, because that video was 10 out of 10. The host of that, I can't remember what year it was, but she's probably still working there. I hope so.
I hope so, too.
I hope so. She's an amazing librarian.
Yeah. If I'm ever home alone, I always look at Rem, my dog, to see if I hear something, I immediately look at her to be like, did you hear it too?
Yeah. I do the same thing to Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so if she hasn't, I'm like, okay, I'm probably just whatever. But if she's heard something before I have, like,
hide.
Yeah. And this is another episode we could do. I've had a couple experiences that were like petrifying scary.
Yeah.
I've had a few. I've had like maybe 5. And I couldn't debunk them, and that's why I was scared.
Yeah.
And a couple crazy things happened after I had the experience, and that's for a late. It gives me my hair stand up on the back of my neck talking about it now, because I was by myself for all of them, and it was just, wow, things happen, man.
It's the worst when you're by yourself and something like that happens, because no matter when you're explaining the story, you know that, like, when you're retelling that to anyone,
yes,
you know that person you're retelling that to has a sliver of doubt.
A sliver of doubt.
You know they have a sliver of doubt.
You know it.
And then you have that sliver of doubt. And then after time, it like erodes, and you're like, did that weird creepy thing happen to me?
Yeah.
Happen to me? It did.
Oh, actually, I wasn't by myself. I have confirmation from my fiance for 2 of the little things.
Oh, love.
So there is that, and then other things I was by myself. But the things that happened, that actually happened after I had the by myself experience, that's what's creepy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I experienced this thing, and then something the next day, and it's like, what?
Yeah. You're like, it's unexplainable.
How does that?
You can't debunk it, like you said.
You can't debunk it, yeah. So,
spooky.
And this, I would love to hear from anybody.
Yeah, let's hear about your spooky.
Oh, I would love it.
Also, we have an email address now.
Okay.
It's Canadian Creepies podcast @gmail.com. And for social media, just so everybody knows, we're going to stick with Instagram.
Yeah.
We got Instagram, and you can email us, and we have a website.
It's all you need.
That's all you need. We're here for you.
We're here for you. We want to hear from you.
We do. The next one we're going to hop into, we're going to travel over to Ottawa. So we were just in Whitby. Now we're popping over to Ottawa, Ontario.
We love the aughts.
We love the aughts. I've only been one time.
That.
Yeah, they're like, we've never called ourselves the aughts once.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about, this is just a short one, the Bytown Museum in Ottawa. So this is one of Ottawa's most beautiful historic buildings, but it is also one of the most haunted in the country. That's what they claim.
Okay.
The Bytown Museum, between the also haunted Chateau Laurier and Parliament Hill, is said to be haunted by the ghost of Rideau Canal construction era supply manager Duncan McNabb.
Duncan McNabb.
What a name to be haunted by.
We've had some good names
really
come across
good names.
This podcast.
I don't know if you caught it, but that was in the last one, Whitby. It was Police Chief McGrotty.
Yeah,
I love that.
We love McGrotty too.
Glenn Shackleton is the owner of Ottawa's Haunted Ghost Walks, and that's like where I got this information from.
Okay.
Obviously, all my sources are linked. And he has volunteered at the Bytown Museum for years. He has experienced many eerie happenings. He is quoted in saying, "I was closing the building a few years ago and setting the alarm when the door started to vibrate back and forth. First a little bit, and then violently, like off its hinges. The staff that was with him at the time were already on their way out of the building, so unfortunately, they didn't witness it, which really sucks.
That sucks.
However, they were so quick to get out of the building because they had heard the sound of heavy footsteps running straight towards them.
Dang. So they had their own thing.
Yeah, they were like, we can't hear you because...
Yeah.
A few other spooky stories from the Bytown Museum include spooky porcelain dolls. People swore they could hear crying. Like, I'll stay there. Oh no, it's a museum. I thought it was.
No,
I was like, I'll take the room without the dolls, please.
The doll, yeah.
There's a creepy money vault and a staircase between the first and second level where many report phantom footsteps coming behind them as well.
Mm.
So the Bytown Museum.
It sounds cool. I would actually love to go there.
I know, we should.
It's kind of giving me like, with like hidden rooms, or was it a hidden room you just said?
Yeah, money vault.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the Ghost and Mr. Chicken kind of vibes. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's a good one. You'd love it.
The Ghost and Mr. Chicken?
Yeah, you'd love it. You'd love it. I'll send it to you.
Good. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Wait, is it a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything on it because I don't want to spoil.
Okay.
Anybody
Sounds
else
good.
maybe have seen it? But if
yeah,
you haven't,
let us know.
if you need a good watch, a good happy, it's definitely creepy, but it's more of like a comedy, I would say.
Nice.
Old
Love
movie.
it. Love it. All right. So our last one today. I know. Happy. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. Go fast.
Yeah. It's okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
So the last one, even a little closer to home for us, and this one has a fair amount of history to it, and it's pretty spooky-ooky, and it's somewhere I've actually been within the last few years.
Neat.
And this place is called Albion Falls in Hamilton.
Never been.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
It's beautiful. Like the falls there are actually beautiful.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. We went for, I think, Kyle's birthday a few years ago.
Just for like a hike?
Yeah, we just went for like
Cool.
a
Oh,
hike,
that's
and
nice.
there was
That's
like,
so nice.
yeah, it was so fun. So today, Albion Falls is a part of Kings Forest Park. However, 100 years ago, the area around Albion Falls was one of the darkest towns in the region
Wow.
because it was called Albion Mills. So there was like a mill there, and where there is mill, there is death.
Yes.
Because it's hard work, and at the time,
death,
yeah. So
same with like mines too.
yes, totally.
Yeah.
Yep. If there's a mine,
Mills
it
and
will be
mines.
haunted. Yeah. Mills and mines, stay away.
Yeah.
Wiped off the map by the progress of time, Albion Falls is speculated to be the height of dark tourism in Canada.
Okay.
There are like 3 main big bad things that happen in Albion Falls. The first is that a woman named Jane Riley unalived herself because she was jilted by her lover, Joseph Rousseau.
Okay.
And we'll get back into that later.
Okay.
It was known to be a mob graveyard or a dumping ground for those who had to disappear. And it was used for sure by Rocco Perry.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
creepy.
Rocco Perry was an Italian-born organized crime figure in Hamilton.
A mob graveyard.
I know.
Dang.
I know. And he was one of the most prominent Prohibition-era crime figures in Canada.
Wow. Do we have any movies on him? I want to watch a movie on him.
Right? I know. Rocco
Already?
Perry. I had never heard of that name.
Okay.
So also Albion Falls, Albion Mills.
Yeah.
This is also where the murderess, Evelyn Dick, got infamous. Evelyn Dick was a murderer born in Beamsville.
Dang.
in Beamsville, Ontario in 1920. She was the central figure in one of the most grisly murder cases on the record in Canada.
Wow.
And we're going to, I'm not going to get too much into her.
Oh, we could do her.
Because we're going to do a whole episode on her.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Where Albion Falls used to be all open fields.
Okay.
Even though now it's behind big box stores along Stone Church Road on the Hamilton Mountain.
Everywhere around us used to be open fields.
Yeah, no, it's just all big box stores.
Yeah, or subdivisions or condominiums or, you know.
We're building up. The land at the top of the Red Hill Valley was chosen for, as we know, for major highway and developers. Modern surveys surrounded the cemetery and ruins of the blacksmith shop. That makes sense? Modern surveys surrounded the cemetery and the ruins of the blacksmith shop. Surveyors? Yeah. The Red Hill Expressway cut through the old mountain access, therefore cutting off the flowing vein to the original town, essentially eliminating access to it. So the Red Hill Valley Parkway cut off access to Albion Mills, I guess. Jane Riley. So I'm going to go back to Jane. I'm going to go to Jane like 3 times. This is the second time we're at Jane. Jane Riley was in love with Joseph Rousseau. They wrote a little poem about her. So very in love, alas, poor Jane Riley. For Joseph she did die by jumping off that dizzy brink, full 60 cubits high. Imagine if you killed yourself over a boy and the townspeople wrote a poem about you.
I can't even fathom that.
But I'm going to get into it and you're going to see, like, obviously I don't think unaliving yourself was the best answer for Jane. But Joseph's mom was kind of a bitch.
Okay. Yeah, the townspeople were just like, this is good poem material.
Yeah. Yeah, we got nothing else going on down here. Albion Mills has seen plenty of death, including accidental falls from the rocky cliffs and deaths at the mill as well. Terrified soldiers from the Battle of Stony Creek found shelter here, and Evelyn Dick's victim was found here. And I'm not going to get too into who her victim was, because like I said, we're going to do a whole episode. There are also rumors of a ghostly figure of a man that can be seen traveling from his home in the woods to the mill, even though the house is no longer there. So he like goes from the mill to where his house would be and then like back.
Okay.
It's been reported that a woman sleeping in an upstairs bedroom awoke to, so like in an upstairs bedroom on a house in Albion Mills. So this is after the expressway was cut off.
Okay.
So the Red Hill Valley part. Daisy, what are you doing?
All I heard was bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. So the Red Hill Valley, so there was access to Albion Mills. Then the Red Hill Valley Expressway cut off access to Albion Mills. People still live there for a time. So it's been reported that a woman sleeping in an upstairs bedroom in her house in Albion Mills awoke to her covers being pulled off. Obviously scared, she pulled the blankets back up around her neck. Then they were pulled down again by an unseen force.
Yeah.
The third time, so she pulled them up again.
Yeah.
The third time they were like forcibly snatched right off, at which point the lady jumped out of bed, ran out of the room and collapsed.
Oh yeah, I would too.
Yeah, like what else?
I'm darting.
What else are you doing?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to hop back and go a little bit more in depth. I'm going to go back to old Jane and Joe.
Jane and Joe.
These two had known each other since early childhood and fallen in love. They were little, kindred sweethearts. When Joseph proposed to our girl Jane, she was like, yeah, obviously.
Right.
However, Joseph's mother did not like Jane. And upon finding out about the engagement, she forbid Joseph to see Jane, besides to break off the engagement.
Okay.
And like in those days, you listen to your mom, Jane was understandably devastated and brokenhearted, and she reacted to that pain in a hell of a way. She did not cope, and she did not want to deal. On the moonlit night of September 4th, 1915, Jane snuck her way up to a rocky point on the falls and threw herself over the 100-foot drop to her death.
Dang.
And some say that before she leapt to her death, she sent up a prayer for forgiveness, not for herself, but for Joseph and his mother. How fucking savage.
That is savage.
How savage. She's like, I've been hurt so bad. God, don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing is right.
Yeah.
Worry about them.
Yeah, worry about them.
Savage.
Those schmucks. Yeah.
I love it. It has been rumored that on some nights you can still hear Jane crying from the gorge of Albion Falls.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
It would be. In 1897, a house stood some way down the road to the falls, and an article was written in the Hamilton Spectator. That's how old the Hamilton Spectator is, right? That's bizarre.
That's so bizarre.
Right? But it's like not. It's just like facts, time, history, moving, evolution. It is what it is. But all these years later, Hamilton Spectator.
Bizarre. Or Hamilton Bizarre.
Hamilton Spectator going strong.
Yeah,
we both blarfed what we were saying there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Hamilton Spectator had given an account of a gentleman who was driving a horse-drawn carriage along the road.
Wow.
Yeah. And there were two young ladies with him. And they began to be visibly frightened when the horse, like the horse carrying the buggy, stopped in its tracks and began snorting with fear.
Wow.
Beside the carriage, a ghostly figure could be seen.
Yeah, animals know, man.
They know.
They friggin' know.
When they're staring, I'm like, no.
Horses would be scary to be around if they got spooked, too.
Yeah. It is not known. Yes, they would be so scary to be around.
Yeah, they're like massive beasts that could, drop kick you.
But also you feel so sad. You just want them to not be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. You're so nice.
Yeah, you're so nice.
Yeah. If you're scared right now, just replay that. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
You're so nice. We're listening with you.
Yeah.
Okay. It is not known whether the ghostly figure was attempting to frighten or protect the women. But the gentleman lashed out his buggy whip to ward off the evil guests.
Dang. The ghost is just like, dang, I was just coming to say hi.
Yeah, the whip passed right through the figure, who continued as if nothing happened.
Yeah, they were just like...
He's like, just chill.
Yeah, just chill.
It's like, I'm just going home, man.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Once the figure was gone, the horse was ready to move past the house and nothing further happened to the occupants of the carriage. The house has since been torn down, so we don't know who that could have been.
Okay.
I wonder if it's that original guy from, remember when I told you in the beginning, the guy who walks from the mill to his house?
Oh, it could be.
Maybe it's that guy.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
I bet you it's that guy. Albion Mills was also the first place natural gas was discovered in this part of Ontario.
Wow.
Little history.
Yeah.
And that gas was used to light the mill. And the mill operated until 1907 when the owner, Robert Grassy, fell to his death in the wheel pit. So many people are falling to their death in Albion Falls.
No, thank you.
Ayo.
Yeah, ayo, yeah.
No pun intended.
That was good.
After his death, the mill was never run again and was eventually torn down in 1915.
So how many deaths did it take for them to be like, we should probably close this now?
Well, I don't think there's any records because it opened in the early 1800s. But those are some haunted places in Ontario.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear about Miss Biddy that you were just talking about.
Evelyn Dick.
And I'm actually going to do like my own personal research into mob cemetery or mob graveyard.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode on that.
That'd be so cool.
On Rocco Perry, yeah.
Rocco Perry.
Yeah, whatever you want to research. And also, what do you guys want to hear? We want to research it. We want to give it to you. You know, not everything.
I thought I had seen all or like listened to all true crime. I haven't.
We haven't.
It's like the ocean. It's like there's so much out there that like obviously there's the famous cases, but there are so like even these things that you just talked about. I live here.
Yeah, we live here. Yeah,
and I didn't know about a few of them. I recognized, but I still didn't know the details.
Yeah, and the information is there if you want to like look for it. Yeah. But it's really fun to present it in this like. It's really fun to be like sharing. Our Canadian and with collaboration, like I said, we want to hear from you guys. What do you want us to look into?
First-hand experiences are some of the coolest things.
Yeah, we'd love to hear some first-hand experiences.
Obviously some are terrible because they're like petrifying.
If they're not going to re-traumatize you.
or they've had like not so happy experiences with not so happy energies, but it's still cool nonetheless.
Yeah, and
those are endless. To hear those stories, like how many people have had them in the world?
So many. And also I think to share those stories is really validating for folks who have had those like maybe paranormal experiences.
Validating for sure.
You know, because how many times have they been told they're fucking nuts when it's like, no.
I'm here to tell you that you're not.
You're not.
And because I've had them myself.
We believe you. And we want to share your story.
Yeah. And I'll share a couple of mine so that maybe it'll make you, and Val will share some of hers, and maybe it'll allow you to feel more comfortable to come forward with some.
Yeah, we'd love to hear. We want to hear if you are Canadian, we want to hear your creepy stuff.
We want to hear the creepy stuff.
We want to hear it. We want to share it. If you want to share it, we want to give you a platform. This isn't just about us. This is about sharing Canadian stories.
Sharing is
from
caring,
all
folks.
Canadians.
Yeah.
You know, we're just a platform.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We're not just a platform. I shouldn't say that.
Great job, Val.
We're not everybody's platform.
No. Yeah,
I got a little carried away, a little too TV hosty there. That's okay. Like, we are your platform, and we are the people, and vote for us
today
on Canadian Creepies. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'm Valerie,
and I'm Larry,
and we will see you
next episode.
Don't get creeped out.
Don't get creeped out, and don't let the bed creeps bite.
Never let the bed creeps bite.
Never ever.